What is going on today, everybody? So today I'm working on the car again. I've got my coolant, fill the coolant up. I've got my oil. I'm going to start putting the oil in. One thing that I want to do is I want to drain this old gas. Since it needs premium, gas degrades over time. Might not hurt to replace the gas. So I'm going to take all the gas out, or almost all of it out, and then go get a can and refill it back up. That way I've got the best gas that I can get, and that's hopefully will lead to less problems. I gotta call Cobb to see what they recommend for a couple things, but I'll keep you posted when I get those answers. So it's a really crude setup, but all I have is a gas can and a cable that feeds into this inline, which is your top. So all I'm doing is I've got my fuse in. It's kind of barely in there, so I can take it out if I need to. The key in the ignition is on. The battery is disconnected, and all I'm doing is just tapping the battery, and I've got fuel. Now see how it stops? If I had another person, I could turn the key off and back on, but I don't. So what I'm doing is just taking it off and then restarting it. So I've got fuel going through. So I just got done doing the fuel, getting the fuel out, putting new fuel in, and I had the parts. My shifter was getting a little loose, so I replaced the rear mount and the front mount on the shifter linkage. This one was really starting to fail. It's really soft. This one seemed okay, but I was in there, so I thought I'd just do the two together. Taking this out was kind of a pain, so what I did was took a razor blade and jammed it in this groove right here, and then cut it around the top, and that helps slide it out. The new one's 2 pieces, the old one's 1 piece. And then this was just kind of simple. I was trying real hard not to remove the transmission brace from it. That didn't happen. So save yourself the time. I tried to not undo the transmission mounts, but there's no way it was happening. So I got that done. Got the fuel done. Got oil, coolant. I'm gonna start cranking on this and getting this engine up to oil pressure. So what I'm doing is I pull the fuse for the fuel pump, so the fuel pump doesn't turn on and I'm not pushing fuel into the system. Then I'm going to just crank it over for a while until I see my oil pressure coming up, and it'll probably be like 60, maybe 90 seconds worth of just cranking on it. So I'm going to get cranking on that and then try to start it. Oh, I talked to Cobb and they recommended just using their economy economy tune, the Stage 2 Plus SF economy tune. That way it keeps me out of boost, and they said it's close enough to stock that the computer can compensate for the change between the 8.2 to 8.5 pistons. So shout out to PJ down at Cobb Surgeline for helping me out with that, because I was under the impression that I had to get a email tune sent to me. He said it's close enough. The only thing that they would really do would be limit the boost that you could have, which the economy kind of does that already. So you'll have to be more on top of what you're doing, but the car will still work and drive. And as long as you're not getting into super high boost levels, it won't matter that much at all. So whenever I get done doing the break-in, then I'll go down and get it pro-tuned, and then I'll be able to make more power, and they'll be able to tune it better for power, basically. So hopefully I can get a couple things fixed on it before we go down there. That would be great, and do like one big tune. One tune for a lot of new parts. I would love to fix that turbo before I head down there. That thing's... I'm not excited about it. I don't know. I was thinking about it, and that crack might go through one of the water or the oil passages. It might be causing some problem. I don't think the oil passage goes right there. I don't know. I'm going to do some research on that. I actually don't think, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that it's working. It works like that, but got everything back together. I'm going to get a couple check engine lights for the secondary air pump that I removed. So I know that that's going to happen. Yeah, so let's put this tune on it, and we'll start cranking. Well, as you can see, it runs. I'm so stoked. I can't even words. They're not coming to me. Everything seems to be looking good. I didn't hear any problems. I actually don't have any check engine lights. That might take a while. But one thing that I do have is I've got some oil coming out of the back. So probably have a fitting that I didn't quite tighten down. So yeah, there you can see the little puddle of oil that I've got coming down. Now I forgot to replace this stupid rubber the get you home fix rubber gasket, but you can see the oil's coming off the backside here and some on the flywheel housing back there. So I've got something in the back that's not quite sealed off right, so we'll take this apart or take the intercooler off and look in to see where it's coming from. Well, it's starting to get late on me, and I can't find out where this oil leak's coming from. I was hoping it'd be something simple, a crush washer that wasn't tight enough, but I was poking around and it looks like it's in the back of between the transmission and the engine in the bell house, which sucks because I've got a brand new clutch in there, so the clutch now has oil all over it, so I gotta take it out and clean it. Oh, it'll be fun, So I can't think of anything that I missed in the back of the engine though. Thought it'd be on top, not on top. It's all coming out underneath where the oil pan is, so I'll have to think on it and try to figure out what to do. Anyways, it starts up. Still excited, but now I'm ready to drive it that it starts up. So I'm gonna do some research, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.